Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Woody, and I wanted to talk to you about the Flash Season 3 main storyline going on, which is about Flash's upcoming confrontation with Savitar. I know the question that's been on everyone's mind and that you all are seeking to have answered is who is Savitar? There are a lot of theories out there going on about this. And I know that there are a lot of people out there who are smarter than I, wiser than I, more well-read than I, who have all taken their stab at answering this question. But I hope if you indulge me for just a little bit, I will be able to present you with my own theory. My theory is that the way they're going to take this story is in a way that is reminiscent of two things I've seen previously. One is a movie called Out of Time, which was starring Denzel Washington and Paula Patton. And the other is a Star Trek episode. Actually, I believe it was the two-parter final episode of Star Trek The Next Generation. I think it was called All Good Things or something like that, in which it involved Picard being tested again by Q. And the whole gist of that particular episode was that Picard had to realize that time doesn't just flow forward, time can also flow backwards as well. There was this concept of anti-time that was introduced in that particular story arc. And unwittingly, Picard, in all of his best efforts to try to figure out what was wrong and what was Q up to, he unwittingly became the instrument of the universe's demise by going forward into the future, looking for some anomaly that wasn't there, and then he fired a device into the location where the anomaly should have been. He ended up creating the anomaly, and the anomaly just grew, not at a forward linear rate, but the anomaly kind of grew at a backwards rate through anti-time until eventually it reached the beginning of the universe as we knew it in terms of life, and it changed an event in which life would have formed and developed, and then life didn't form or develop. And so Picard kept wanting to blame that on Q, saying, what have you done? You have to undo it. And Q is like, it's not my fault, it's yours, Picard. I think the same thing is going on here with Barry Allen. The next episode, which is going to be the Once and Future Flash, is going to involve interaction between the current Flash and the future Flash of April 25th, 2024. I believe that by traveling to the future as he has, that he unwittingly created the series of events that led to the creation of Savitar. That if he had never done that, it wouldn't have happened. And so, in that sense, Barry is the cause of his own undoing. If he just would have stopped fighting so hard to find a way to save Iris, he wouldn't have ended up creating Savitar. So how did he create Savitar, and who is Savitar? Well, many theories are out there. Obviously, some people guessing Cisco Ramon, some people guessing HR. But, keep in mind the clues. The clues are, no, I'm not someone you know, but you're going to meet me real soon. Right? It might not have been the exact words, but I think they're pretty close to that, right? So the idea is that, in fact, he's about to meet Savitar. And I believe that future Barry is Savitar. Future Barry is a changed man. Future Barry has been devastated by past events. He's slowly losing his mind. I think a confrontation will occur between the two of them, and that the result of that confrontation will somehow involve the Philosopher's Stone and will involve current Barry banishing, even if it is accidentally, even if he doesn't know how he does it, but somehow banishing future Barry into the Speed Force, which then results in future Barry's disappearance in accordance with the second newspaper article, right? Because the first newspaper article was about, which was written by Iris, was about the Flash having a monumental confrontation with the Reverse Flash, and then he disappears. Now it's saying that there's some weird things that are going on. They're being mistaken for perhaps missile strikes and something crazy. But I believe that it is current Barry who supplied that information to the reporters as a cover-up story with the current article that is written now. And so the reason why it doesn't make sense is because obviously people would not have really perceived the events of the battle between the current Flash and the future Flash. They would have probably just seen a bunch of blurs, some lightning, some explosions, and they would have been like, what's going on? And then, you know, current Flash would have been like, oh, everything's handled. We're okay now. It was just some bad guys. But it's all taken care of now. Don't worry about it. And then he's going to return to the present, which is going to then result in the crisis of the disappearance of the Flash. Because now future Barry is no longer there. He's going to be trapped in the Speed Force. And being trapped in the Speed Force, once again, time doesn't necessarily move forward or backward. It can move in all types of different directions. So for that future Barry, even though we're going backwards, you know, for him, he may perceive his time being locked up in there as being an eternity. And so an eternity of losing his mind. Because he's going to witness events of his mother being killed over and over again, his father being killed over and over again, people like Eddie or Ronnie being killed again, things that he blames himself for, things that will drive him slowly insane, and which will turn him into the villain that we know as Savitar. So I've watched, quite a few videos of different people and their theories, and I haven't really heard anyone advance a theory kind of like that one that I've just described for you. So I wanted to go ahead and record this video for you and put this out there. I'm not an expert. I'm not the smartest man there was. Far from it. This is just one man's humble opinion. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're able to take away something from it. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess time will tell. Thank you. Bye-bye.